Hey guys, welcome back to Marq Speaks. Thank you all so much for coming back. I had to check in with you guys because I hadn't put a video up in probably about a week or so, maybe a week or two, because I've been busy on my other channel, Scorptero. For those of you who don't know, I have a spiritual channel, Scorptero, where I do spiritual work on, and I've been busy on that with my private readings, and then also with my monthly March of 2018 videos. I had to put them up for all 12 signs. So guys, welcome back to Marq Speaks. Thank you all so much for coming back here. Look, guys, I have been going through it for the last about 2 weeks, and I wanted to touch bases with you guys and see if anybody else was feeling this, and I know that they are. Guys, the energy shifts that are going on right now, for those of you who don't follow astrology, we have a Mercury Retrograde coming up, and I've already started feeling the energy for it. I am a sun sign Scorpio and a moon sign Cancer, so I'm double water, double sensitive. And I started feeling like a week or two ago, I just started feeling like in my emotions things were coming up. And with Mercury Retrograde, the energy that that planet invokes in us is that it causes us to redo things. It causes a slowdown. It can cause, things that we thought were over and done with to resurface, to reappear. It can cause slower communications. It can cause for miscommunications. It can cause just delays. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, it causes, like I said, for old things to surface, to come up, to resurface, and in order for you to deal with them, in order for you to overcome them and be empowered, be stronger, better, wiser. But, it doesn't always feel good when those things are coming up. So, guys, I have been, okay. I'm gonna, I shared with you guys at the beginning of the year my vision board. So you guys know I had on my vision board that I wanted to move this year. I had already told those who were closest to me, what my plans were. I did that last year, 2017. I was like, I'm going to move. I've been talking about I'm going to move. And I just, kind of was stagnant with moving forward. And I can remember about a week or two ago, probably about 2 weeks ago, laying in bed. You know how it is when you lay in bed and you just like woken up, but you're still in that dreamy state. And I can remember thinking, man, I'm feeling a little stagnant. I feel like, change is needed. I love what I do with my business, with my clients. I love where I am with rebuilding and, expanding in my life, and I'm living, well. But there's something more. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about. When you start feeling like that, and let me tell you also something that happened. While I was getting that energy, I had people coming at me. And I kind of detached a little bit, like offers that, were pretty good offers. Things that I actually would consider normally. But what I said was, isn't this, I kind of took a step back, detached from the situation. And I was like, this feels like a test. Because I know that, because see, what happens is, I'm a Scorpio. Like I always say, we master manifestors, and other signs too. If you are spiritual, if you are awakened, if you are pursuing your highest and best good, then you are highly intuitive, and you draw. People can kind of notice, yes, you notice the shifts, but other people notice the shifts too. And sometimes you can be tested. And I say all that to say that I was getting a lot of offers, and some of them were really good. And I was just like, is this? And I felt like, is this kind of like a distraction? Something to distract me from not feeling like unfulfilled, and that feeling unfulfilled is what's going to drive me forward. That's what's going to push me to make the necessary changes to help me accomplish my goals. So that's what I want to talk about, guys. Be careful with that, because I found that to be true with me. Child, I was getting all kind of offers, and I had to take a step back, and I had to detach from the situation and kind of take an aerial look at it and be like, wait a minute, I think this is happening because, and not that I don't normally get off this, because I do, but still it was something different about it. And it just showed me that if I wasn't being spiritual and wasn't listening to my inner self and wasn't in tune with my inner self, I would have probably allowed myself to get distracted by accepting what was being offered, opposed to focusing on the goal, opposed to focusing on those things that are going to drive me forward. Entertaining that is not what's going to help me accomplish my goals. Not at this stage of my life, and I know that to be true. So I said that to say, guys, stay focused on your goals. The necessary changes that you need to make don't always feel good while you're going through the process, but don't be so uncomfortable that you look for a distraction, that you allow a distraction to come in and take you off course. Don't allow that to happen. And that's one thing I want to encourage you guys to do. Like I said, stay focused on your goals. So, guys, I shared with you all that I had planned on moving. That was on my vision board for 2018. And I have been, like I said, I told the people that are closest to me, I told them last year, I'm moving, but I hadn't made any progress on it. And I can remember like last week saying, I really need to get going on that. Child, let me tell you something. Don't play with Creative Universe Spirit. Don't ask for nothing you don't want. Okay, so then this week, I get to a point where I have to make a decision. I have to commit to if I'm staying or if I'm going. And that is what I needed to kind of push me, kind of nudge me forward. And that's what Creative Universe Spirit did. It gave me that gentle nudge to say, okay, this is your dream. This is your goal. This is where you're going. You need to go ahead and get moving. Your time, this season of your life is coming to an end. You feel it. You know it. Don't resist it. Don't get distracted. Don't allow something that looks good to distract you. Stay focused on the goal, and what's meant for you will help to push you forward. You won't have to pause. You won't have to stop to see what somebody's talking about. No, they'll come and they'll, walk alongside you as you move forward, as you're pursuing your goals. So that's what I want to say, guys. We are in a time with this Mercury Retrograde, March 2018, where especially with those two eclipses we had back in January and February, where old things were being transitioned out of our lives, it's time for something new. We have spring coming up later this month, and we're waking up. Cycles are coming to an end, just like the trees and Mother Nature is waking up, and you see some little blooms and some little buds on the trees. That's the trees waking up. That's them saying we're going to birth and bring forth new abundance. We're going to bring forth new fruit. We're going to bring forth newness. And that's what we should be doing too. And like I said, I'm feeling it in my life. And I am a sun sign Scorpio. I'm a fixed sign. So I don't necessarily like change, but I know that it's time. And I'm not going to resist it. And I ask Creator Universe Spirit for this. So when it starts to happen and it starts to feel a little uncomfortable, I can't resist it. And I'm not going to resist it. And I want to tell you guys to do the same thing. Trust the process. Trust the process. Even though at the very moment it may not feel comfortable, it may have you feeling unfulfilled. You may start thinking back over the past, or questioning things. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay focused on the goal. Stay focused on being the best version. That's how you know when you're doing the right thing. If you're pursuing being the best version of yourself, and that doesn't require you to step on anybody to do it or to throw anybody under the bus to do it, you're on the right path. So that's what I want to tell you guys. Continue to pursue your goals. Continue to be bold. Continue to be ambitious. Continue to be woke. Continue to be spiritual. Continue to be in tune with what's going on in the inner you. Because when you're in tune and you know what's going on in the inner you, it's not. And the thing about it, guys, I was kind of withdrawing from those who are close to me. Like, they were like, oh my God, I hadn't talked to you in a week. I hadn't talked to you in 2 weeks. What's going on? And that's what I was telling them. I was like, I've kind of been in a hermit mode, because that's how it is with me. When I feel the shifts, the energetic shifts, I know what it means. I know that either something is coming or there's something I need to transition to. And in this case, it's both. Something new is coming and I do need to transition into other things. So I have to take that time to download what Creator Universe Spirit is telling me. Make the necessary changes. Make the necessary shifts. Make the necessary adjustments. Commit to actually changing. Set a date. Stop putting it off. Stop just speaking it. And like I said, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm not one to do a whole lot of talking. And those people who know me will tell you, I'll be then moved across the country before I, start telling people. I've been already moved before I, share it with everybody. But that's how I am, because those who are closest to me, of course, they know. But I'm very particular about sharing my goals and while I'm making it happen, because like I always say, everybody don't wish you well, so you got to be careful with that. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. If you all are feeling those energies coming up, if you're feeling a little unfulfilled right about now, but you have the life that you want and you're enjoying yourself, go with the flow. It just means that it doesn't mean you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. No, it just means that it's time for change. It's time for certain shifts. It's time for newness. And so just go with the flow, see what Creator Universe Spirit tells you. And like I always say, take your spiritual bath so that you stay balanced to your emotions. Get you some sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, Epsom salt. Get you some essential oils, eucalyptus, lavender, lemongrass. Those oils and that aromatherapy really help to balance your emotions, really help to cleanse you spiritually and allow you to go within to seek wisdom, knowledge, and truth straight from Creator Universe Spirit, God, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you believe in. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I am in a time of change. I have committed finally to moving forward, and it was a relief to do it, but I was hesitant to commit because I'm like, oh my God. And when I give my word on something, my word is my bond. So that's why I was hesitant to commit, but I did, and now I know, okay, I've got to get moving on this. Okay, I've got to make this happen, and I will. And I've talked to Creator Universe Spirit, my ancestors, and they're going to make everything, put everything in place. I'm going to flow gracefully into the change, into the transition, and accomplish my goal. And everything is going to be provided for. All I have to do is make sure I don't get rigid, make sure that I don't resist the change, and I go with the flow and stay in a place of calmness, stay in a place of balanced emotions, and I'm going to do that. So guys, that's the advice I want to give you guys. Don't be surprised if you have things coming up with this Mercury Retrograde for March. Don't be surprised if you start feeling a little off, just feeling like, man, what is going on? Why am I feeling like this? Why I'm kind of feeling unfulfilled? It's time for change. It doesn't mean that, like I said, you need to throw the whole thing out and then start new. No, it just means it might be time to make some subtle adjustments. It might be time to actually drive forward on some of those things that you put on your vision board. Hopefully you did your vision board at the beginning of the year, because like I said, I know that's the case for me. So there we go, guys. I told you I was going to keep you abreast on accomplishing my goals, and that's what I plan on doing this year of 2018. So thank you guys so much for the love and support you all show me, show my channel. I appreciate it. I hope that this video helps you guys to understand that you're not the only one. If you feel like this, if you were starting to feel unfulfilled, if you were starting to feel bored, if you were starting to feel like, man, there's got to be something else, go with the flow. Continue to drive forward, continue to accomplish your goals, and continue to dream big. All right, guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. All right, guys, enjoy the remainder of your weekend, enjoy the remainder of March of 2018, and embrace change. All right, guys, thank you all so much. Namaste.